Good morning, honorable members and the guests. I just want to quickly round up the roll call so that we check whether do we form the necessary quorum in order to proceed with this meeting. It is myself, Honorable Maleka, Honorable Bartlett, Honorable Baden-Horst. Yeah, Moss, can you just quickly, and you and Fuad, round up members? We need to start now, please. I don't know why people knowing fully well about the meeting and then they decide not to be on time. I noted the apology of Honorable Mikalakis that he will join the meeting late, but this meeting is not going to be long. I hear the voice.
Good morning, Chairperson. It's Fuad. Yes, we'll try to round up everybody, Chairperson.
Just do it quickly so that we must start now, please.
Sure, Chairperson.
Honorable Baden-Horst.
Honorable Chair, sorry, I just wanted, Honorable Smith had informed me he's busy getting off a flight. So he said he'll join us about 15 minutes late. So he's on his way.
I'm sure 15 minutes will be done with this meeting. It's not going to be a long meeting. Yeah, it's not going to be a long meeting. And quite disturbingly, other members know that this meeting has got to take place. And I don't know how many of us do sometimes get into the websites of some parliamentary monitoring groups, those who do oversight over us. Sometimes we get badly exposed. Honorable Baden-Horst, you will see that, hey, they say I've attended 80% of the meetings. There are 4 or 5 meetings that I missed. And you get exposed and you ask yourself a question. Where was I when this meeting happened? Why didn't I know that? I read 2/3. It means almost half of the time I'm not part of the meetings. I see Honorable Adeba leaving the meeting.
No, Honorable Chair, are you referring to me in the sense that you think I'm not attending all the meetings?
I agree. No, I'm not. I'm just talking. No, I'm not referring to you. I don't remember you absenting any of the meetings. No, not you. Well, I can tell you now. Since you joined this committee, I'm sure it could be one meeting where you join late or what. You were always attending all the meetings, if I recall. And Honorable Sheikh will vouch that, yeah, you are one person who's very consistent in terms of the meetings and even the time of logging in. You are very, very much consistent. And thank you for that.
Thank you, Chair.
The roll call, I said this myself, Honorable Butler, Honorable Maleka, Honorable Baden-Horst, Honorable Hadebe 5, Honorable Ndongeni 6, Honorable Sheikh 7. Are we starting with the meeting? All right, let's start. And I can see that I see Honorable Lebeya from Limpopo. Yeah. And Honorable, I see a name called Rantete. Yeah, no, we're okay. Let's start with the meeting. Honorable members, let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you on this platform this morning. The meeting of Cogta today. You are welcome to this meeting. I'm going to
Recording in
request most
progress.
of what, if possible, they must just fly the agenda for the meeting, so that we, as I speak, I must speak to it. But the meeting is very, very straightforward. As you are aware, we issued the negotiating mandates to provinces, the 9 provinces, and we need to get some response about those particular negotiating mandates. As you are aware, and I just want to really emphasize this point, the Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority Bill is very, very much important. If I may also remind members, immediately after the 29 May elections, we will be 2 years towards the local government elections. The last time the elections were held, I think it was around August 20, no, it was November 2021. We will be exactly 2.5 years towards the local government elections. And this bill is very much important because it must help us and help municipalities to appropriately deal with the both internal inward boundaries and external boundaries. And we need to facilitate this process. This is very, very much important, especially in light of the good proposals that are encapsulated in this current bill. I think we need to bear that in mind. Just fly the agenda. The agenda will be like that. Let me switch off, if you don't mind. I must switch off my video so that I facilitate the meeting properly. The agenda is contained there. Opening and welcome, I've done that. Apologies, I've noted the apology of 2 apologies, both Honorable Smith and Honorable Mikalakis. They will join the meeting late, but I don't think that this meeting is going to take long. I've received an advice in respect of the negotiating mandate, but I would like the department, is that the department or, yes, the department or the legal advisors from Parliament to give us a short briefing about this negotiating mandate from the 9 provinces. Tell us what is the state of affairs, whether the provinces did have the negotiating mandate. They did held their public hearings, and based on that, we'll then decide on what to do. Who's gonna do it? If you can't do it, I can quickly do it.
I will do it, Chair.
Or you'll do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just do it quickly. Is that Dr. Nadia?
No, Advocate Mbebe from NCOP.
Oh, yes. Oh, Advocate, yes. Wonderful. Just do it quickly, Advocate.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, we received about 4 requests from provincial legislatures requesting that they won't have a proper time to conduct oversight public hearings. And as you know, Chair, that public hearings is a cornerstone of our parliament democracy, as the court, especially Mukhale, emphasize on that. So, Chair, the Western Cape and Limpopo request that they be given until the end of April to process their public hearings. So we have advised the chairperson and the chair. We advise him that he should meet with the chair of the committee affected by the bills at the province, referred to, including you, Chair, so that you can carve the way forward. I think that is our proposal, Chair, that because 3 provinces are having a problem, therefore it will be problematic to proceed as we might be challenged in the Crucial Court. Thank you, Chair.
Yes. In short, you are saying to this meeting that 6 provinces have submitted their negotiating mandate proposals. Is that right? 6.
Yes, Chair. And 3.
Yes.
3 absolutely. Eastern Cape, Limpopo, and
Western Cape.
Western Cape. Yeah, hasn't submitted.
Yes.
Thank
Yes. According to the note here, Limpopo says they want to submit by the 6th of April. Is that right?
you. Yes, Chair.
Yes.
And Western Cape.
Western Cape, the date of the Western Cape?
End of April.
End of April. It's a bit far. Eastern Cape?
Eastern Cape, they didn't put time frame here, but they asked a reasonable time to conduct public hearings.
Okay. And that the 6 provinces have tabled, as you say. Yeah. Honorable members, this is the situation that we have 6 negotiating mandates proposals from provinces. Western Cape, they request to submit it end of April. Eastern Cape have not put up the time frame, and Limpopo has requested that it be the 6th of April. Now, the proposal is that I must get in touch with the chairpersons of the portfolio committees of the affected provinces and discuss with them to try to expedite the situation. Can I also suggest that in the meantime, the department must prepare the responses to the tabled negotiating mandates and brief the committee on the 19th of March in terms of those proposals and how they have responded to the negotiating mandates. And I also propose that we request the parliamentary legal advisors, in collaboration with the office of the NCOP that deals with the procedure, they should prepare a documented legal opinion on the requests which have been made by the 3 provinces, and check whether is it really feasible to proceed under the circumstances, and that we give them at least a week, and that on the 19th of March we should then receive the legal opinion from Parliament, so that we mustn't just do things without getting a proper legal opinion. But at the same time, the Department of Cogta must be afforded the opportunity to prepare the responses on the tabled negotiating mandates, and that we must give them a week to facilitate that. And on the 19th, we should then sit and take a decision about how we proceed forward. But in the meantime, I should get in touch with the 3 provinces, Limpopo, Western Cape, and Eastern Cape, so that they must expedite their negotiating mandates. I propose that this is what we should do. To just underscore the point, this bill is very, very much important. We need to not really rush it and do conquer work. We need to bear that in mind, that if we defer it, the 7th Parliament might want to start the new process. Maybe they will have new members, and we don't know what is it that they are going to decide. Maybe they are going to decide that they start from the National Assembly, or that I don't know what is it that they are going to decide. But I think my honest opinion is that we as a committee, we must finalize this and present the report to Parliament. This is one of the important laws. One day we'll say, yes, it is us who shepherded the process, who made sure that we fast-tracked this law, and ultimately it was passed. And it is us who facilitated, who helped the country and helped the people of this country to get their independent municipal demarcation authority bill passed by Parliament. I just want to raise that as a point that it's an ideal situation. But on the 19th, we will assess that situation based on the legal opinion that we would have received. That is that, honorable members. Any comments from you in terms of the proposals I'm making? Honorable Badenhorst, followed by Honorable Sheikh.
Honorable Chair, thank you very much, colleagues. Please allow me to leave my video off. I'm just trying to conserve bandwidth. Honorable Chair, I have to table the grave concern on behalf of the Western Cape Provincial Parliament. The timelines of this specific bill, and you've alluded to the importance of this bill. We have grave concern about it, that the timelines were inadequate, and it effectively denies the residents their constitutional right to meaningful participation in this very important process. And we know how much emphasis the courts have placed in the past on meaningful public participation. The fact of the matter is that the Select Committee, the parliamentary briefings only took place on the 14th or the 13th of February. So that effectively left the parliamentary committee less than 6 weeks to expedite proper public participation. I think in the Western Cape's case, they made use of social media to solicit public comments on the bill, but to ensure proper public participation, the bill will need to be advertised for at least 2 to 3 weeks before proceeding to public hearings. And then those public hearings need to take place, in the case of the Western Cape, at least in the 5 districts. This bill has grave consequences and significant consequences for municipalities. So it's essential that proper public participation takes place. And I don't see how less than 6 weeks gives any province the opportunity to do public participation. And I would request, Chair, that a proper investigation is done on those provinces that have submitted their mandates, whether proper public participation has in fact actually taken place. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Badenhorst. Honorable Sheikh.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, and my apologies for not.
Can just before you proceed, I see some comments from Honorable Smith. Honorable Smith, you are in a meeting. Can you just candidly raise your hand and speak? These comments are not really helpful. The chat is just there to facilitate communication and to help us when we have some glitches or we have some specific problems about the meeting itself. And you keep on depositing a lot of information that you, as a member of parliament, honorable member of parliament, you must respectfully present them in this meeting. Unlike punching the meeting with all this unnecessary information, because we would ask the questions and then these questions would be, what is the source? What happened? And you as a member of parliament have got a responsibility that when you have such an information, you must officially table it in parliament and not do what you are really doing. I really plead with you, please don't do that. You are here in a meeting. Unless you have a problem in terms of your gadget or your network, and you should have indicated that you have a problem. Please, I beg you, don't do that. Please. Proceed, Honorable Sheikh.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Greetings to all colleagues on the platform and to all other stakeholders that are there. Chairperson, I can't agree more with you that obviously this is an important bill. And the fact that it needs to be processed with the urgency that it requires. And I think from a procedural perspective, it will be important for this term of parliament to actually finalize this piece of legislation. Obviously, bearing in mind that the business of of Parliament or the National Assembly is only suspended on the eve of election. So I take it that we have sufficient time to deal with this bill. Chair, I think I agree with you in terms of getting an opinion as well, because I think when we do process legislation, Section 76 legislation, I think what is also required is also that 5 provinces, when 5 provinces are in support of legislation, that legislation can actually be passed in terms of Section 76 legislation. However, Chair, I think the fact that provinces are requesting an extension of time, I think as a committee we should consider that. There are, you said, 6 provinces that have been able to deal with this matter within the specified time that was sent to provinces. I know my province as well has requested an extension, but I think as a committee we should agree that we give an extension, Chair. I just didn't get what just in terms of the timeline, Chairperson, maybe just clarify me as well in terms of the proposal that you put on the table. While I also agree that the responses by the department can be a process that we can also kick off while provinces are also busy with some of the issues that they're dealing with. But I think it will be important, Chair, that as you've indicated, that you liaise with the various provinces as well to try and also get to a point where they're able to make their submissions. But as a committee, Chair, I think we must agree on a timeline, on an extension, whether it is a week or 2 weeks, but it's something that we should agree on here as a committee. And that should be what should be communicated to the different provinces. I don't know how things are done in some provinces, but I know that most provinces actually embark on public hearings when they deal with these pieces of legislation, Section 76 legislation. Thanks, Chair. Those are just comments from my side. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Honorable Bartlett.
Thank you very much, Chair. But I think Honorable Sheikh covered me on the issues I wanted to say, and also just to say that I support the proposals made by you, and also the provinces are dealing with the public hearing, which I support. I don't repeat what Sheikh said. Thank you, Chair. Chairperson.
Honorable Smith, and followed by Honorable Badenhorst, if you want to have a bite again.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Apologies for messaging. I was just in a flight as I communicated that my flight is landing just after 10 with the Secretary. I'm sure they informed you as well, but that is left there. Chair, as I stated in the chat as well, I've received various complaints from my colleagues in different provinces on processes that were not properly followed to give negotiating mandates. Firstly, in KZN, a report was drawn up before the portfolio committee even met, with recommendations already in place. And then confronted on that, they said, but you're in any way going to vote a certain way, so it doesn't matter. In the Free State, the same. A so-called draft report was already drawn up, and well, can I finish, Honorable Sheikh? You had your opportunity to speak, and I speak now.
Yeah, I'm raising a point of order, and I'm not talking to Honorable Smith on this matter. I'm raising it.
Okay. Honorable Smith. Let us pause a bit. Let us hear what is the point of order from Honorable Sheikh.
Chairperson, we've received reports from various provinces in terms of their negotiating mandates. Now, the issues that are being brought to the fore are allegations, and I'm not even sure what it's based on. I don't even know whether there has been anything substantially provided to the committee. But I mean, it can't be that I liaise with my colleagues in another province. I'm from Limpopo. I represent Limpopo province. And I come and make allegations here in a verbal format. Chair, I just find it very, very problematic. Thank you very much, Chair.
Yes, I know that, Honorable Sheikh, but I would really want Honorable Smith to finish his point. He was about to conclude, but clearly, as an honorable member of parliament, he knows what the procedures of parliament are, and even in terms of dealing with the allegations or information that we pick up on the ground. But I think we must, in all fairness, allow him to finish. I know what you are saying. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you, Honorable Chair. As I said, that is the information that came through, and I think it is all of our responsibility as members of Parliament and in the NCOP to make sure that this process is proper. Otherwise, it will be challenged in court, and then all that we've done now will have to be redone as it will be sent back. So I want to ask, and as I said in the chat, I asked the chairperson to do investigation into that and get clarity on that. And if process were not followed, that those provinces do it in the proper manner so that we make sure that this process goes through in the right manner. And we, when we're done with legislation, that we are done and we've complied with legislation like the Mandating Act and so forth. Chairperson, I'm just concerned about that. I think the Honourable Bodenos also raised the matter of the Western Cape. Unfortunately, I didn't get any communications from my province in Limpopo as yet. I have requested, but nothing from there. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Honourable Bodenos.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for allowing me a second bite here. I just wanted to procedurally make a statement or two, if I may. Chair, we are not having these meetings in person. COVID is long gone, and we're still sitting on online meetings. Now, with online meetings, obviously the rules have to be adopted to accommodate those online meetings. You don't always have enough bandwidth, or you're not always in a place where you can just switch on your microphone and speak. So therefore, comments that are made in the chat should form part of the minutes of this meeting, because that is part of an online platform participatory meeting process. So I just wanted to ask you, Chair, to please, respectfully, I ask you to please not diss any comments that are made in the chat, and allow people to make comments in the chat, because often they're not able to speak because of bandwidth issues or whatever. That's the one issue I want to raise. The second issue is on the point of order of Honourable Sheikh. Honourable Sheikh made a point of order that didn't refer to any clause in our rules of what the point of order was about. And I want to remind Honourable Sheikh, Rule 45 of our rule book says that there's freedom of speech in Parliament and in our committees. So what Honourable Beyers have said is part of that freedom of speech, and we need to respect that. Honourable Chair, once again, I just want to reiterate, on behalf of the Western Cape Legislature, they will not have enough time to do proper public participation, and they request that they at least get an opportunity till the end of April to do proper public participation. And if that's not the case, then the alternative would be to let this legislation stand over for the next administration. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, let us not create unnecessary hurdles. I tabled a proposal that one or two members have supported, and that proposal was that I must go and engage the affected provinces, and there are 3 provinces. And I think it's only proper that we do that, mindful of the time that we're having, that I must go and engage the 3 affected provinces. That particular proposal was supported, and I've not heard anyone opposing that particular process. And I think it is only proper for this meeting to allow that process to unfold. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we have said we will meet on the 19th. On the 19th, we will receive the legal opinion from Parliament and the department in respect of the proposals which were made by the provinces. And the same day, the department must prepare the negotiating mandates. That's what we have said. Now, responding to the issue that Honorable Smith raised, at the moment we are considering the negotiating mandates, and as I've said, we have tabled 6 negotiating mandates from 6 provinces, and we refer this to the department. What we are going to receive from the department when the department responds is to tell us this province did the following, and the following includes when did they have their public hearings, when did they engage as a committee, and when did the legislatures pass the negotiating mandates. And I think it will be proper that then these issues that Honorable Smith is raising will then be discussed. We say, but when you didn't do this, when you didn't do that, and the allegations are as follows. At the moment, we don't have that information, and it becomes so difficult for us to can engage on those particular matters if one member gets into this meeting and say, we have this allegation, and then we're presenting it before you. It comes from this particular province, it comes from this particular source, because we'll have to engage with that. As to what is the source, what was the purpose of it, did it follow the right processes? And I don't think that we want to create some difficulties in this meeting. We have tabled 6 negotiating mandates from the provinces, and the responses will come. And at the point that the responses come, included the information about when these were held, in which areas, in which regions, in which districts, and so on. That's when we can engage with those particular issues, really, honorable members. I think this is what the process should be. Let us not place the cart before the horse and then create some difficulties in relation to that. I think this is how we must proceed. This is how we must proceed forward. And the order that Honorable Sheikh was raising is proper. To say these are allegations, but present them properly. And then give us proper information so that we deal with those particular allegations. Because these are serious allegations that have been presented. And if that is the case, that is contrary to what the procedure is. And this is not supposed to happen, because public participation must be meaningful, must be real. And it's not just an exercise where we approve and we do it for the sake of doing it. We're doing it because the cornerstone of our democracy and our constitutional democracy is the fact that people must be taken along, they must be engaged, they must participate in a meaningful, they must make a contribution actually in the affairs of their own country, including parliament. Now, this law that we're talking about is extremely important to an extent that it wants them to participate, and we've got to get to the bottom of it. And if there's anything wrong, we need to talk about it and correct it. Now, on the last issue pertaining to what needs to happen in respect of the chat, yes, we are not having physical meetings at the moment. There's a Zoom meeting. And then members are here, and charts are important. Actually, they are a tool that enhance our work. But my view is that don't abuse it. Unless there is a specific problem, a problem that impedes member to make a contribution, that is understandable, that you will chat, you'll explain whatever that you are explaining, but writing what you are writing, and it's not really helpful, because you're making the very same allegations. And Honorable Barnhouse should remember that this is not for the first time we've been raising this, and sometimes I feel that members abuse this particular platform of the charts, and they even talk about issues that are irrelevant, or that they are not even supposed to talk about them. They are political, they attack one another, and they abuse that. All that I was pleading was to say, you are here in a meeting, raise your issues, table them properly, let's engage, because I'm chairing this meeting. Whilst I'm concentrating in what you are saying, as you express your views, at the same time, when the chats come, I must be the first one to also look at them and really try to assist, because this is meant for that particular purpose. That's all that I was saying, but the chat are very much important, and to chat is very much important. And as I said, you chat on key issues that impede the functioning of the meeting, or when you are not enhanced from participating in a very meaningful way. Because the chair will not debar you, will not stop you from expressing your right. It is freedom of speech. You have the right as a member of parliament, fully so, entitled to participate and make a contribution to this particular meeting. And then we need that. We need the participation of all members. We need them to express their views, and their views must be taken into consideration. I don't know whether is there anything, but I have a strong proposal, and the proposal is that let me engage the provinces, and I'm going to request that Moss and Fugat, please facilitate the contacts of the chairpersons of the portfolio committees in the affected provinces, so that I call them immediately after this meeting. 2, let us get a legal opinion about this particular matters. And 3, let us allow the province, the department, to prepare the responses on the negotiating mandates, and that on the 19th, when we meet, we discuss with a whole picture the scenario of what is the situation and how we should really proceed forward. And as a committee, we have an obligation that we do the right things. We do things right. We do things in a way that will not be challenged legally, constitutionally. Yes, and already provinces, even ourselves, have spent a lot of money in this particular process, and we are just on the verge of finalizing, and we need to bear that in mind. But at the same time, as I said, on the 19th, we need to be realistic whether we should proceed based on the legal advice, based on the responses, and based on what I would have presented to this committee on the basis of my engagement with the affected provinces. I propose that we must stop there, honorable members. I think this is a proper way forward, unless there is a specific problem about this way forward. I think it's a proper way forward about what we need to do. For me, this legislation is very important. It is at the heart of our lives, because it talks about the demarcation of the municipal boundaries. and this process must be done properly. And from 1998, when the first law was passed, to date, we have learned so many experiences. We have seen so many things happening. That is why these proposals that are put on the table to ensure that we improve the situation by actually repealing the whole law and presenting a new law with these innovations that we spoke about in the previous meetings that we held as this particular committee. If you allow me, honorable members, unless there's anything you want to say, I think we must pause there with our meeting. We must stop there with our meeting and really thank everyone for attending this meeting. It is an important meeting. We need to arrive at that point where we discussed and finalize all these related processes. Yes, I see the chart from Honorable Badenhorst. Yes, it's Western Cape, it's Limpopo, and the Eastern Cape, who I'm going to engage the three provinces. And then on the 19th, or yes, I said the 19th, we will then give a feedback about my engagement with them. I'll do that. Thank you very much, honorable members, and thank you for attending this meeting. Have a lovely weekend, and the officials and everybody else. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
But who's not voice to them?
Who's not because very
Recording stopped.
We reach our
But I could like
Vamos.
recordable
over.
because the one who's hosting the meeting. If we're the one hosting, we're the one who must record.
Okay. But the minutes are just one Shepherd Maura for
To see what transpire in the meeting.
our Portela.
Honorable members. Yes. Actually, if things were normal, all honorable members were supposed to have logged in. But now we are not yet with we are not yet sit for public hearings and all that, because initially the meeting was supposed to be of dealing with negotiating mandates.
Yes.
So the status of the meeting now changed due to those factors that we are having. They are no longer dealing with negotiating mandates, and now we end up dealing with the issues, the report. Yes. So which means Kadi 19. Yes, April. Can they proceed with 6 provinces and conclude the mandate? Because Honorable Sheikh indicate issue
Okay, pause. We need to communicate around this and see what it.
let's say
Meetings are checked.